So starting off over here at the door, I've got my messy cables running across the floor, which isn't too good, but eventually I will tidy them up, but for the moment they just have to hang there. Moving across to my massage chair, I got this as a gift off one of my friends that was travelling through China, and I love this massage chair. I use it on a regular basis. Now the only problem is with this massage chair, if I can just zoom in on the remote, all the controls are actually in Chinese. I don't read or speak Chinese, so it's a bit of a process of elimination to go through and see which one does what. But this chair, it's even got up here the neck and shoulder massage points. Love this chair. Spent a lot of time on this chair. Then moving across here, we've just got some storage happening that I do need to definitely get sorted out. Moving across to my filing cabinet. So this was just a cheap filing cabinet from Officeworks, I think it was, about $140, $150. The drawers aren't as deep as what I'd like them to be, but it does its job. Now moving on to the main part of the office, which is the desk. I'll start off over here with our Nikon camera. So again, I love this little camera, I've had it for a few years now. So it's the Nikon D3200 camera, 24.2 megapixel high performance SLR camera. So it's full HD, 1029 by 1080p. And also it's got the 3-inch viewfinder on the back, if I can do this with one hand. Yep, there you go, so it's got the 3-inch viewfinder on the back. But again, I love this camera. Moving across, I've got my 21.5 inch iMac, that's 2012 model. This is more a backup computer, I don't really use this computer on a daily basis. Moving across to my iMac 27 inch, this is what I do use, I spend most of my life on this computer. I definitely love my iMac. It is the 2011 model, so I do need to eventually update, but hey, for the moment it's still working, it's still doing what I need it to do, so I have no need to upgrade. So it's the 3.1 gigahertz i5 processor, it's got the 8 gig of RAM, and it's also got a 1 terabyte hard drive. Next to that, I've set up my external monitor. This is just a Samsung external monitor. Yes, 27 inches isn't big enough for me. I have to go buy extra screen real estate. But I mean, once you've used dual monitors, you'll never go back to be able to using single monitors. It's just a habit. Then moving down to our keyboard, so obviously we've got the wireless Bluetooth keyboard that came with the machine, and we've also got the Apple Magic Mouse, one of the nicest mice I've ever used. Moving along, we've got the Logitech touchpad. I did have all intentions of buying the Apple touchpad, but then I saw this on an online site. I think it was $49, so I thought I'd give it a go. Don't use it that much because I do prefer the Apple Magic Mouse, but for what I have used it for, it seems to be doing a pretty good job. Got my iPhone 5 over here without a case. So this is the iPhone 5 white edition or silver edition. As you can see, I haven't had a case on it, and I've had this for about 2 years now. There's hardly any scratches on the phone. There's a scratch here and there, but I mean, after 2 years you would think it would be a lot worse than that. So I've heard a lot of reviews and a lot of people saying, you know, iPhone 5, you have to have a case on it, otherwise it's just going to get scratched. This is proof. 2 years later, never had a case on it, and I've dropped it a few times. Even after 2 years, it's still a pretty nice looking phone. Then moving across here to my iPad, so I've got the iPad 2. Yes, I need to upgrade my iPad as well, but again, it still does the job, so I'm just trying to do this with one hand. It still does what I need it to do, so I just don't see the point in upgrading yet. What I've attached to it is the Logitech keyboard. So I'll show you how that works if I can do it with one hand. So all it does is just clips in, holds its own weight, which is good. Clips in and then becomes your iPad keyboard. You know, when you're typing pages, documents on the iPad, or even a long email, it really does help when you've got the actual physical keys there. It makes it a little bit easier to type, especially if you're not used to using the touch screen on the iPad. Moving over to my Epson Workforce 3500. This printer is purely for scanning, for network scanning. I don't use it to print only because it's not cost effective. But as a scanner, it's got the automatic feeder up the top, and then obviously the flatbed feeder down the bottom. And then last but not least, we've got my SAM Apple printer. No, I'm just joking. It is a Samsung laser printer. I've just put one of my white Apple stickers on it. Again, I've had this printer for 3 or 4 years now, so it's an older model printer, but I love it, and just cost effective as well. I think it does around 24,000 pages in black and white and around 6,000 pages in colour, so that's why I don't use the Workforce, the Epson Workforce to print. I only use that for scanning, and this becomes my main printer. So that's it from me, guys. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.